Howdy folks, friends and neighbors. Welcome to today's transit report, which is for Saturday, the 16th of August, 2025. Today we are finishing up the Cross of Revolution, so we are in the 6th line of Gate 4 and 49 as we travel that cross around the wheel. So, for line 6 is patience, recognizing that understanding is not yet complete. Now, 4 is the gate of formalization, and you can see it right here because it sticks out. I have it in my chart. And 49 is attraction, line 6. Revolutionary attraction that finds support. I also have that here, but of course my line was the 5th line of those, and that's part of what makes me so desirous to teach and give practical solutions to others, because that's all about what that 5th line theme is. And the 6th line, as I've said before, is gone past that. It's just taking it into the body and being it. It's not really even thinking about it anymore. It's just a pure embodiment of that energy. So that embodiment today entails patient attraction of revolutionary energies and forces. So our moon starts off in 8-1. That's sincerity, to overcome boundaries through sharing justly. Now, I always say Gate 8 is creative contributions. So it is sharing our contributions. It's a gate that comes out of the throat towards the G center in this middle channel right here. And after the moon is done with 8, it will move through 20, which we are already seeing on the global scale, so you probably won't feel that any different. And then gate 16. Gate 16 is the gate of mastery. It's the gate of skills in the channel of mastery. And it's this one coming out of the throat here. And we'll be going through that and working on that into tomorrow. So we'll probably start off with the 16th gate tomorrow. All right, so our Mercury has left retrograde, but it's still moving slowly because it's still sticking around in 31-4 from yesterday, which was motivation, leadership quality through motivation. And then Venus moves to 53-4. It did that in the evening or sometime in the day yesterday, and it will continue in 53-4, but it does actually have a down arrow on it. So 53-4 is assuredness, to maintain one's individuality in beginnings. And remember, I said yesterday, that sounds familiar. I think I might have that one. I do. That is me. In fact, that is my south node. So that was my conscious beginning. And I have to say, my beginnings, I definitely was maintaining my individuality in those difficult beginning circumstances. So I definitely see that. The downside of that, and when we have a line in a gate, we will tend to feel the extremes. Sometimes we'll identify more with the shadow side or the downside, but we will feel all those extremes. We just won't feel them all the time. When you have a shadow on something, you're going to tend to go more towards that side. Or if you have a light side, you're going to tend to go more towards the light side. So on me, the 53-4, I don't have either one, but I definitely have felt the effect of this shadow in my life. And that shadow is the pressure to begin new things is so strong that dropping something recently started will result in unpleasant or embarrassing situations. Ah, yes, that has indeed been a part of my life. And because it's in my node, it's something that is not only a starting energy, but it happens a lot. So, like I have in my living room here, I'm not going to show you because my living room is so messy, but take my word for it. There's a chair over here that has at least 2 old sewing projects stacked up on it that were begun and got jacked up somewhere along the line, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do with it, so I stack it and start another one. Those ones didn't. Well, I guess it has been a little bit of an embarrassing situation, because one of those is actually a Human Design sewing project that I would love to get done, but I got a bunch of hassling things stopping me from doing it. Maybe someday. Anyway, maybe you feel that too. Let's see. Yes, we have 18.3 today, moving up from 18.2 yesterday. That was accepting the inevitable, and 18.3 is fanatic zeal. Once the need for correction has been identified, to have fanatic zeal. So gate 18 is the gate of focusing on the broken. It's coming down from the spleen towards the root center in this bottom channel here, this channel of perfection, this it's rapacious is not the word, not irrepressible, it's it can never get enough. It's shit, maybe the word will come to me, but it doesn't matter. It's wanting to perfect things, yeah? So it's this attitude of seeing what's broken and really jumping all in once we see that, and it can get a little extreme sometimes, and that third line can get extreme. It's on again, off again, it's experimenting, it's figuring out how to do it right by doing it wrong first. So, throughout the day today, our 31.4 on that Mercury will be shifting into the 5th line. So I thought I would give that to you, even though it's not here at the beginning of the day. And that is attitude, leadership in accordance with inner attitude. And if it sounds familiar, it's because we just went up through it, then down, and now we're back up through it again. So we're getting a lot of repeating there until we get through the whole entire period of what was in retrograde. So that's that. We have no connections today, but we have had the nodes shift back into retrograde. So I thought, it's been a while since we talked about the nodes. Let's go over that briefly again so we can get the energy in our minds of the nodes are like if we are the passenger in the back seat of a car, the film on the glass, the filter on the glass, are rose-colored lenses through which we're seeing the world. So those lenses entail 22.2 School of Etiquette, style masks the mood. So it's where sometimes being nice is more important than being real. And 47.2, ambition to overcome oppression. 47 is the gate of trying to make sense out of confusion. And that one is on this side of the chart here, coming up. And then, of course, 64 coming down is actually the confusion. So it's the beginning of the abstract collective process there. And we're definitely feeling all about, it's confusing, but I'm trying to make sense of it. And it's, when it says oppression, it's the oppression of being confused by things. And I think there is a lot of oppression by being confused by things in the air globally. There's so many things going on in our world politically that make people feel unstable, unsure. We're going to hell in a handbasket. It's so confusing. How are we ever going to get out of this mess? And yet we really, really want to get out of this mess because of the energy of the 41 in Pluto. This longing for the new experience where we'll have plenty, where the resources will not be so tight for us, where there will be less of a focus on sacrificing for others and more of taking care of ourselves individually. So there are good times and interesting times coming for us ahead, but the bit of the chaos of the beginning before we get there is something that we still have to get through, unfortunately. So that's what Bloody Revolution is all for. Speaking of which, the song today, since we're in our absolute final phase of revolution, both for this part of the cross and for the year, because this is a left angle cross, so it only shows up twice a year. It's already showed up once, so this is the second time through. This is the last day that we will be feeling this revolutionary energy in our general mission makeup. So the song is Revolution by Eric Lindell. Eric Lindell is, it's a great song. It's one of my favorite songs. And he also wrote the song that is going to be the theme song of this blues cafe that I've mentioned before and would love to talk about. It has to do with bringing together old and new, and the haves and the have-nots, and it's a place where I will begin to offer free coffee and free soup. Have listened to that song also if you want to get kind of a feel of how it will be. The song is actually, it's not called Blues Cafe, it's called Bruce Cafe. But it's also by Eric Lindell. I need to pay more attention to this Eric Lindell fellow. But it's definitely something that I have in the works. It might not be immediately in the works, especially since we're getting ready to expand and make a home base in Europe as well as in America. So I don't know that I'll be here for a few years to actually do the thing, but we'll see. This idea came to me in a dream, and it is genius, I promise you. Nobody else sees the genius but me yet, but I promise you the genius is there. So anyway, revolution. I am thinking about it all the time. I'm not necessarily doing it all the time, because as a manifesting generator, I want to do it all the time, and everybody around me is going, whoa, Bessie, not quite yet. Wait for it. Be patient. And being patient is the hardest thing for a manifesting generator to do. Speaking of which, I have started to recognize that I do have a little bit of a daily following, and I thought, it'd be interesting to see what kinds of types we have. So if you know anything about your design and you know what type you are, go ahead and put it on in the comments, and let's see what kind of a splay of people we have. In Human Design, they say it's really best for each type to speak to its own type. So that means I am going to be the best kind of teacher for manifesting generators. And as I've said, I really believe manifesting generators to be overall probably the biggest sources of chaos in the world. Manifestors are pretty chaotic, but they don't have usually enough energy to maintain the chaos. And that's what makes a manifesting generator dangerous, because we have this manifesting energy that we don't really know how to use properly. And then we've got that sacral energy on top of it to push and keep going with it, often in the wrong direction. So if you are a manifesting generator, or as they say in 64 Keys, a specialist, let me know and we will commiserate. And if you're not, that's cool too. I've definitely been learning a lot about all the types, but that's it for today. Take care of yourselves. Oh, one more thing. I am getting ready to start thinking about putting on another class, and I'm thinking this one's going to be about profiles. So let me know if that's an interesting subject to you. I'll be giving more information about that as the days go on. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Until then, take care of yourself. Bye.